If you're looking for a project that's going to add so much texture and interest to your journal and something that you can just let your mind go while you create something beautiful, then this is the project for you. You're going to want to stay tuned. We're also going to make this beautiful topper for a journal using our Gelli prints. So make sure you stay tuned till the very end. And if you're not already subscribed, this is a great time to do so, and click that bell so you get notified anytime a new video comes out. I'm going to start off by grabbing some regular copy paper. Next, I'm going to have my Gelli plate, and you can see this one is definitely well loved. This is actually a bigger Gelli plate that I cut down. I think I cut it, this is a quarter of it. I think I cut it in half, and then I have 2/4 and then a bigger piece. I do have it linked in my Amazon storefront if you are interested. And then I'm going to just grab a few colors of paint. We'll go over them really quick. I have this matte Top Notch in the color Beach Glass. This My Studio Neptune Blue, Top Notch Beige. This Deco Art Americana Light Buttermilk, Apple Barrel in Pavement. This, I don't know what brand this is, but it's just black, I think. Deco Art in the color Prussian Blue. Top Notch in the color Moss Green. Folk Art in Raw Umber. This, I guess it's Anita's Craft Paint Metallic in the color Titanium Gold. And then these two are the Dollar Tree, I guess it's Rich Art, and this one is white, and this one is magenta. So we are going to, those are just the ones that I kind of had next to my desk, so we will just be playing with those. I'm going to also use a brayer. If you don't have a brayer, you could use a paintbrush or also your fingers. And just because I want to water the paint down, maybe just a tad, I'm just going to use a little water sprayer. I'm also going to have paper over here, like an extra piece of scrap paper over to the side that I will kind of discard my brayer on. So I'll show you as I'm going through and I want to wipe my brayer down, then I will just use this. So we have our plants that we used a couple days ago, and so I'm just going to use some of these. I'm going to lay the vein part down, and we're going to see what kind of prints we can get. I don't know, they're kind of wilty and not doing great, but we're going to see if we can pull anything from them. I can't remember which side is, I'm thinking that's the grungy side, but this is it. Okay. So I'm going to start off, I think I was talking about this the other day. Oh yeah, with the prints, sometimes your first print is no good. Just keep that in mind. So I'm just going to go in with a little bit of blue, and you're not going to want to put a ton of paint down. I'm going to give it just a little spritz of water. I do want more paint than that. you're going to want to try to get an even roll of your paint across. Now, because I use the water, you can see it's starting to separate. I'm good with that. I don't mind it. I want it to be grungier, but if you don't want that, do not use water. And that might have been maybe a little too much water. So this is where I would take this and discard it on a piece of paper. So let's do this. This side. Take this print. I'm just going to go ahead and do the full leaf. I'm going to take my paper and I'm going to push down on it. I want to, using my fingers, you can also use your brayer here to push down, but I'm using my fingers to try to get on the edges of the leaf. You can kind of see through there. So I want to make sure that I'm getting kind of the little crevices. And we have our first pull. And that looks pretty cool. I do like the little splotchiness from the paint. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the leaf pattern up. That's so cool. And I'm going to try to lay it on top of itself. I don't know if I can. I've never done this before. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it up just a little bit so that I can see where the edge is. Okay, we're just going to go with it. We'll see. Let's see if we misshot it. We got our leaf, kind of. Okay, so that's what's really awesome about this process is because you're using such little paint, you actually will not need to dry the paper very long. Also, I loved cutting this smaller because it's the perfect, oh, this one, this might not be, this sounds very watery. I was going to say some of these paints, who knows how old they are, especially this one. I don't even know what brand this could be. Looks like it's all right. I'm going to add more paint because I'm still getting like pulling and I'm not sure why. It might be that brand of paint. Some paints are more watered down than others. Any marks that you have on your plate are going to show up on your pull. Okay. I'm going to cut this down. And I have this little viney one. I don't know if it's gonna work, but we're gonna try it together. So I don't know if I had finished my thought, but what I like about having this size of a jelly plate is that this is a great size for journals, specifically if you're using mini journals. And I must tell you that this is going to fall in the same category as yesterday's video, or the day before yesterday's video, in that it's all about play. You're not going to have the same paints, you're not going to have the same paper, you're not going to have the same brayer, you know, etc. And even if you do, your stuff is going to look different, and that's okay. You're going to want to be careful when you are pulling it up. That's pretty cool. And you can see here all of, you've got like blue here, you've got like the blue, it turned kind of like a lime green. And so now I'm just going to put that to the side, and I'm going to pull these off. When I pull these off, you can kind of see that there's the paint left behind. I'm going to try to get those little bits off of here without disrupting the print if I can. All right, that's pretty good. Now I could let this dry for a minute, and then I'm going to go in with this green. And I'm going to be gentle when I'm rolling the green out, because I don't want to disrupt the color underneath. And this is just going to be a kind of play with the jelly prints. It's not going to be a full tutorial. If that's something that you're interested in, let me know down below, and we can definitely do more of a deep dive into the jelly plate. And I've actually made them before, and that's a lot of fun. We had a dog at the time that took a bite out of it, but it's pretty, it's not like dangerous, so, but I was bummed. So you can see right here, you can see the kind of the remnants, but I'm definitely not putting enough paint on. So let's go in with a little bit more paint. I'm going to start with this as my bottom color. There we go. I was wearing some of the like blue, what do you call that? Blue light blocking glasses. I've had a headache for a couple days, and so I think I couldn't see that well how much paint was on there. So hopefully this will be a little better. When you're working with copy paper, you actually don't want to leave it down that long. The thicker the paper, the more it can absorb. Okay, and that was a better pull. I don't know what that is. A piece of paint, maybe. So now we're going to take And I don't know if you can catch that on camera, but there's definitely, I can see the leaf pattern. So I'm going to take, let's see, I know I have something heavy. Just going to take this and fan this off. You can wait for it to dry, and that's totally fine, but just for the video, I'm going to keep going. And you can experiment with how much, let's take these instead, how much you want it dried, and it's going to give you different results. So since we have the green, what if we do, I don't know if gold would be too much. Well, let's try it. No! Okay. Learn from me and please shake your paints. So, I'm going to grab a napkin and clean it off if I can. But I don't want to disrupt the pattern underneath, so I'm going to try to blot it. We'll see. And I should have known, because metallics have a tendency to do that, to separate from the binder. I find that if you go in one direction, it gives you a fuller coverage. And I'm not going to get rid of that paint yet because it's gold. And sometimes, depending on how much paint you use and the quality of your paint, you can get more than one print from them. Look how cute that is. Okay, now I'm going to do the opposite. So my bottom layer is going to be gold. And you can, I don't know if the camera is picking it up, but this second roll was much better. When I just rolled it out, it gave me a more even coverage. So we're going to, let's see. Just gonna lay that like that. So see, our first pieces were kind of the test subjects, and we're kind of conditioning the plate so that it's ready to take the paint. Also, we're getting to know the colors, the leaves, you know, how the paper reacts with the paint, with the print, with the jelly plate. That's our bottom piece. And I can almost lay the papers on top of each other. Now I could take this, while this dries, I'm going to push this to the side, and I could take this and try to, oh, it's going to be the opposite. Okay, we'll see. We'll see how this works. I don't even know if there's a lot of paint underneath. It gave me a little bit, so don't do that. Okay. This has had a minute to dry. I'm going to just fan it off just a little. And I think I'm going to take, I'm going between the dark and the light. So either that buttercream color or the Prussian blue. I think let's go with the blue. I am going to shake this, even though I think I used this. Yeah, I used it yesterday, so we should be good, but I want to make sure I don't have gold on here. I'm not putting a lot of pressure on the brayer, so I'm not pushing down super hard. I'm just letting the paint kind of glide. What's amazing about this is I can see the ghosting of the leaf from here, which is pretty awesome. I have a feeling this one's going to be pretty. I'm also going to grab some extra like scrap paper that I have laying around. I have some, you know, dictionary paper, book page, and hymnal paper. So we will, I really hope this one pulls. I don't think it is. Oh, that's sad. So you can faintly see the gold, but it's definitely like on the lighter side. I would call that a fail. So I'd go over it. What's really nice also about the Gelli plate, did I shake this? No. What's really nice about the Gelli plate is you can go over it again because the paint, the paint is, I knew that one was going to happen. And I still didn't shake it enough. Because the paint is so thin, like it's already pretty much dry to the touch. You can see there's no smearing here. And so because of that, I can just keep layering. There we go. I'm going to try this time. I'm going to add a lot more paint. Usually it doesn't like when there's a lot of paint. There we go. We're going to take those same flowers that we did before. Just lay them down. So remember, this print is going to be the one that has the ghosting, so it's like just the solid flower. What I could do, I'm going to hold my paper down. I'm going to try this one more time. So I'm going to grab that. You can see how pretty that is, and I'm going to bring it back. That looks awesome. Oops. That is a really nice print. Okay, let's do, I feel like this might, there is some print still there, so I'm going to try, I'm going to go in with the light color. And I can tell you right off the bat that this one is very liquidy, so I'm going to and I'm okay if these don't come out. I'm experimenting, I'm playing, and obviously I'm hoping that they'll come out and that I can get some good prints for background papers for my journals. Okay, let's hold our breath. Just kidding. Don't do that. I'm going to push a little bit harder on this one because it was so faint. And it worked. Look how pretty. It's funny this color came up like a gold. It's because there's still remnants of the paint of like the previous paints. Very cool. Okay, let's do a light color. I'm going to try one of those big leaves again. Actually, I feel like it might need more. And I'm going to take one of these guys again. Oops. This is a fun way to add painted elements to your journal without you having to be an artist or paint. I mean, you're still an artist because you're creating beautiful artwork with leaves, but you don't have to physically draw the leaves out. And I absolutely love these little painty bits that you get on the edge because that's the papers from previously. So, oh, I was going to do the ghost print on this one like I did with this dark one, but I'm not going to because I moved the plate. Oh, that's going to be good. Okay, now this time we're going to try a darker color. I'm scared. Let's go with the raw umber. I feel like, did that color give me a good, yeah, that gave me a good print. So, what color did I? Actually, yeah, let's just do it. Don't be scared. Hopefully I can get 2 prints off of this one as well. So I'm not going to push as hard. But I don't see anything underneath. So, oops, I'm going to go ahead and take it up. And that's pretty cool. It's a little dark. You can't really see the... So far I'm liking the very light with the dark. So let's try the opposite. Let's go with this pavement color. Or actually, let's go with the blue. Okay, that's pretty wet. That's probably the most wet. And you can see how saturated that color is. So let's I should have gone out and grabbed more leaves, but in my defense, I didn't know they were wilted. And I thought I had more. But you know, if I stop filming now and go and grab more leaves, someone will ask for dinner to be taken somewhere. So that's a pretty cool print. I'm going to try to do the ghosting. That came out so cool. And I don't care that they're lopsided. It doesn't matter because I'm going to be tearing these up anyways. Oh, there is some ghosting there. I didn't notice that. I'm going to try it with the light blue and see if I can get anything to come out. I might be able to. I'm going to go ahead and fold this over because it's getting pretty wet. So it was definitely this paint, which I normally really like this paint, but it's definitely runny. It's not giving me like a full coverage. And you can kind of see there, you see the little like almost bubbles. Yeah, it's still doing it. So we'll see. That color is so pretty. Look how pretty that looks. I might leave that to use. It's very slight. We're going to do another of the blue. Actually, let's try out the Dollar Tree color, the pink. Ooh, that's thick. So we'll see how that works. I think it's gonna, ooh. And keep those. Look at that color. That is gorgeous. And that's Dollar Tree. That is gorgeous. I recommend these. So we're going to go here. And then These are really wilted, but I'm going to use them anyways. Okay. Oh, I can't wait to see this pink. I think my favorite effect so far is the ones where I use the ghosting, like the blue, or like this one, where I laid the paper back down. We're going to try that here. Let's see if it works. Now I'm going to tell you something. This pink here is pretty prevalent on these leaves, so I'm going to see if I can get some prints on some paper. This is good. That is gorgeous. That's gorgeous. This is giving flamingo, like, and I think this color is like that beachside color or whatever, so it's definitely giving Florida vibes. I'm going to go ahead on, I'm trying to think. Let me look through these real quick and see if I can let's put, because this one for sure was like a dud. So let's put these, I'm going to actually lay this down. I'm going to put these on top. Actually, we're going to do it the opposite. I'm going to put these out. I'm just going to lay it there. You can also pull it like slightly to peek. So I got some, but not as much as I was hoping to get. So we'll just paint over this completely. No worries. Let's try some, sorry, I lost my train of thought there. Let's try some book page. And so what I'm trying to decide is what color I want for the base. So let's go with this like tan color. Actually, yeah, I'll go with this one that's a little bit darker. Now, I do have probably some remnants of pink on here, so I know that that's going to probably, oh, no, oh yeah, a little bit got on here, which I'm okay with. So I'm going to lay it down. I don't know if that pink is going to transfer. Of course, it didn't. Oops, I messed that up. Did you guys see that? Of course, it didn't transfer on the other, but because I don't want it to, it probably will. We'll see. This one I am going to have the page oriented correctly because my brain works like that. And we're going to try that ghosting again. And it did leave some of the pink behind, but number one, I think that's gonna be pretty. Oh well. And number two, can I ever say no to pink? That would be no. I have a feeling this one's gonna be pretty. That is pretty. It's very subtle, but it is very pretty. I'm going to, I don't want to waste this, so I'm going to take, let's do the blue. Was this the blue that I didn't like? Yeah. I'm gonna grab some of this. Oops, that was too much. So when you see it like that, where it's like pooling on the, like it's still like super wet on here. So that's too much paint. Okay. It's okay though. I'm gonna take now this paper is a lot thinner and more delicate, so we'll see how it reacts. So I was thinking about using the skeleton, but I think I want to use it somewhere else. So I haven't had a ton of luck with the light and then dark, but we're going to go for it. Should I? Should I go with the light? What would you do? Would you go with light or dark? I want that dark. I'm going to go for it. Worst case, it doesn't work and we'll do another one with the same color, the same flower, or the same leaves. Okay. That's still pretty wet. I think it's still pretty wet, but we are going to go on with the show. Oops. Grab another scrap. And actually, let's go ahead and make this. I can already see it going through. Ooh, please let this be good. Oh, I like this one because it has a K on it. Hopefully I got that K in there. to let this sit for just a minute longer than I have. Even though when I'm pulling them, they're reacting really well. Sometimes they don't take all the paint, which I have not had today. Oh, it didn't work that well, I don't think. Oh, actually, it's very pretty, but it's very light. So let's do it again. This time, we're going to switch the order. We're going to do the dark blue. And I'm going to get it a little more wet. And where's that leaf? And I think I can go here with it. Now, if you wanted to use your, let's say this dictionary page, and you wanted to use it in your journal like this, then I would pull for, my prints going this way. And you can, do up to 4. And that would be really pretty. I'm so tempted to go back down on it. Look how pretty this leaf is looking. But I already have one like that. No, I'm gonna do it. Okay, the next one I won't. And I'm glad I did, because it didn't have a ton of detail. So now I think I can go in with a lighter color. And there's going to be some blue residue. And on this one, I am going to do that. So let's start here. This is a great project to do as a scrap buster as well, because you can use your leftover scraps of paper or, book pages, and then you can also have them ready to go to put a journal together. Oh, that one's so pretty. Okay, that was a winner. So I think we're gonna stick with like blues and browns, tans on this spread, since I'm gonna have it for like a possible journal. So I know I said I haven't done well with the pulls. No, that's not gonna work. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little bit of the raw umber, and I'm gonna take this color, and I'm going to mix them. Now, if you want it to mix, then you can mix them on the side and then put them on. I'm okay if there's pieces that have brown in them, and this color is really pretty. That's a good note. That's like a nice khaki color. Okay. Let's here. And that's okay that those two little leaves didn't make it. So I think on this one, I am going to do the ghost print. I know I said I wasn't going to do it, but I just pictured it in my head, and I think it's going to be so pretty. I think those are my favorites. Also, it's the safe way because I know I'll get a good result from them. Ooh, it's going to be nice. I'm excited about this one. I don't know why. Which one's your favorite so far? I really like this one too, both of these pages. And I love the fact that the paper is pretty dry. Look, some of the pink came through. Oh, I think one of the leaves had pink in it. That's cool. I think that looks really cool. So now let's go with, let me think. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the dark brown. I'm going to put the leaf on the dark brown, take it off on another paper. I'll show you. And then use a lighter color on top. We're going to grab this one because that one's good. So I'm going to take this one since I know like these are not that great. I can also use the other side, but I'm going to lay it down like this because you never know what you're going to get, and maybe that'll be a background paper that I can use. See, it completely changed the look of it, and I could see using this now instead of those. So, all right, now we're going to unveil that. We're going to let that dry for just a minute. And we're going to go in with, no, not a gold. I am going to go in with, I'm trying to think, I think I'm going to do no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go in with the darker one. I was going to mix them, but I'm scared to mix them since I'm not letting this dry fully. If I did allow it to dry, that would be fun to do. To get this color that we got before, that like the one that I said was a nice khaki. Also, when you're doing this, and since I'm rubbing on the other side of this, I want to probably make sure my hands are clean. I didn't do that, but if you are worried, like especially if I don't have a ton of paint on my hands, but there's enough that it can make a difference. That came out pretty. Okay, so now let's go in. This time let's do a gold. And then we'll do the lighter color on top. You can see as I'm getting through, I'm getting more brazen. I used way too much paint there. And what can happen if you use too much paint is you could end up, you could end up not pulling the print right because it's like too goopy. That's pretty good. So I think for this one, I'm going to put this down. And then I'm going to put other leaves like over it if I can. I just kind of scratch that. Cut these. There we go. Oh no. Let's see if I have another little one. Oh, you know what might be cute? Is this. Okay. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to pull it. Let me just do it right here. Let's do it. Because I don't care about this print. What I want is that gold to be my flower. That came out really pretty. Okay. All right, I am going to dry it off just a tad. And then we're going to lay the light color, whatever this one was, the light buttermilk on top. And I just realized I got a couple of those little things. I really love that print. I'm going to do probably more of those off camera because that came out really nice. This is also a great project for those of you that are like me and are impatient and you want to see results. I don't want to wait for it to dry. One of the things I struggle with the most with my art journal is allowing, I'm just scratching into that because I might use it for a background later. Multitasking. Is I hate waiting for it to dry. Okay. Remember on this one, since it's the ghost print, I do want to press it in. That's pretty. It's very faint, but what I will tell you I love is that one is really nice. And once this dries, it's going to come out a little bit better. All right, let's do, oh, and actually where the light's not hitting it, it's really nice because you can definitely see more texture on it. Let's do 2 more. I'm going to use this hymnal paper, and I'm going to use it sideways. So I'm going to get 2 prints out of it. I'm going to, let's see. Let me think. Let's do another pink. I really like that pink. So nice and thick. I'm going to go get more of these at Dollar Tree because it's like really nice. The color is just gorgeous. It's funny, in the bottle, it doesn't look like it's like a true magenta, but it is. It is beautiful. I'm actually going to, oh, I think it stayed. Okay. This one. And I think I am going to, if it has a good ghost print, I'm going to use that. And then I think I'm going to do one more in the pink on the side of it. Oops, I accidentally lifted it. So, but that is not really usable. Is this how I had it? All right, here goes nothing. The chaos. Oh, I think it's muddy. Oh no, it came out. Yay! Go for those. Go for it, ladies and gents. If you feel like you're not, like you're scared of it, just go for it. So we're going to do one more. And this time I'm going to get the print, put it on another piece of paper, and then put a light color to go next to it. It would be really pretty with a blue. We're going to do the same. I'm going to try to do the same flowers. Good enough. I'll go ahead and use this one, and I'll just put it right here. And really, with this paper, you can get at least 3 prints. If you, the 8.5 by 11, if you have this small plate. Okay. So pretty. Okay. Off. Now we're going to dry this just a little. And I'm going to do the blue. I'm going to go for it. I would normally go like for the tan or the buttermilk, but I think this is going to be really pretty because it's going to be kind of like how these two are. This blue. funny, this one feels so wet. Oh no, I think it's smudging. Oh well, it's okay. I'm gonna like hurry up and just do it. I think that I smeared the colors, that I blended them. I didn't let it dry enough, but we'll see. Worst case, I still have the pink one. Yeah, I smeared it, but it's cool. It's like kind of a cool effect, but that's unfortunate. Okay. Oh, I think I have a ghost print there. Let's go with some of this, and I'm gonna lay it on top of one of the first, I think so I will say that about the Dollar Tree paint, it seemed to smear, whereas I didn't get any smearing from the other one, so, but it is still good paint. I would definitely still get some. I'm just gonna grab that little piece right here it had extra. So I don't see anything. Nope. Nope, no print came through on that one. And just for messing around, since I had some paint left over, I'm just gonna go in and add some get rid of it. This is like kind of like a master board that you can chop up pieces if you want and use them, but that'll be probably like remnants. So, all right. I'm going to close this back up. And then we'll use some of the papers and make something in just a minute. Okay, before we move on, I just had to show you these. Look how beautiful they look. They were sitting on my desk and I came upstairs. Look at that color. It's so pretty. That is so pretty. So I'm going to see if I can figure out a way. Look at the gold. This one. Oh, so pretty. So I'm going to see if I can figure out a way to use these somehow. So I have a couple of ideas. So make sure that if you're already subscribed, go ahead and hit the bell so that you get notified anytime a new video comes out. And if you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Okay, let's get started on the project. Actually, first I'll do a little flip through now that all of the pages are completely dry. I think that's it. So I have that one, but that was more like offshoots, and I might be able to use some of the pieces like in a background somewhere, or like, you know, for layering clusters, but I definitely, I wouldn't use it by itself. I do want to show you this though. This was the offshoot where I, you know, rolled my brayer off. Look how pretty that is. That's definitely going to be a background, and this is definitely a possibility as well. Probably not so much that. Maybe this blue would be nice. Let's see the other one. This is literally stuck to it. Oops. So probably not these. Okay, so that's garbage. All right, let's start with these. I don't know how much the camera is picking up. My new setup is different, so I can't really see the camera. It's above me, and I'm not sure, but hopefully you can see the like kind of shine this has to it. These are really pretty. I still think that one's my favorite. And now I'm regretting not doing like the ghosting on this one. Just because of the shape of the leaf, it looks like kind of weird. I do love the little edges with the little bits. That's really cute. This one's really pretty. See, now this one came out pretty because you can see the leaves. Love this one. The green with the gold. It came out much better once it dried. On this one, this was, remember, the first print when I had added water to the paint and it didn't work. That one's all right. But this one, I actually really love these shapes. I love those flowers, or the whatever, these little dried up flowers. I just love the little like, oops, the little bubble shapes it was making. This one I would say was kind of a dud. There is some, you can, you know, tell that there's gold on it, but that one is gorgeous. Again, it has the detailing in it, so pretty. This one, unfortunately, didn't really come out. That one's not great. This one, though, is so pretty. So pretty. I really love pink and like tan, pink and anything. This one is like, I think this one might be salvageable. This one, I love this pink. The pink, yeah, look at that pink. It's so good. This one I love too. It's very faint, but I love like the colors. These came out amazing. I hope that it's picking up how good these came out, because they're really good. They're really good. These, really good. Look at that little bit of like a turquoise up there and down here. So cute. Look how cute this will be as a page inside of a journal. And I would fray the edges so that it looks more like artwork. I love this one. This is probably my favorite. Look at that. It's so good. The blue, it's just so good. Like, it's one of those things that I could just sit and stare at. And then this one I absolutely love. I love like the little pieces of the blue on the inside. Super cute. So now that we have that out of the way, I was trying to think what I was going to do. And I have this little tag journal that I think I started doing on YouTube. Maybe it was Instagram. I can't remember. But I was thinking I am going to make a little cover for it. So I'm just going to do, I don't know how I'm going to cover it yet at the end. So all I'm going to do is do a kind of like cover on, as long as it's this big. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go look for some kind of cardboard or something else that's like kind of thicker. Okay, I have this. It's just some corrugated. Who knows what this was, but I'm just going to kind of roughly estimate how big I want it. And I'm not even going to measure. I'm going to go ahead and cut. I know some of you gave me some tips on how to clean these scissors, and I will get to it. I have not gotten through all my comments yet. I will, though. I saw them, but I haven't gotten to them, and it needs it bad because they're still sticking. I was kind of messing with it, and I was getting some of it off, and I thought it was good, and then you can see it not good. Okay, so I'm going to start by peeling off this layer. And I don't want the whole thing peeled, so I'm gonna go in quickly like that. And then maybe I'm gonna start with that. And I'm just working with whatever scraps I have on my desk. I'm not looking for anything special. I do have this paper, and I am going to share with you this technique of doing this. It almost feels like fabric. So I'm going to start layering, and it's going to be so hard for me to pick which one I want to use. I think I want to go I really want to use that blue, but it's going to be in the background, so I'm worried about using that one. Oh, and actually, I was just thinking I can give these to you guys as well. So I'm going to put you on pause. I'm going to go scan these really quick, and that way I can share them with you guys. You seem to like the last one, so I'll offer these as well. Okay, I am back. I don't remember what I was thinking. Oh, I know. I was thinking I was going to use this one because I did the scan. It's not going to be the same, but I think that one's too light. I'm not going to use that. I would love to use the pink, but I think it's not right for this project. And I could use this blue. I think I'm going to use that one. So. Now, something really cool is if you're printing these at home for yourself to use in your journals, you can print it on different types of paper. You can print it on, oh, that's kind of big. Okay, let's see. I'm not cutting anything yet. I hate to do that, but I think that's what it's going to be. Anyways, you can print on newsprint or vellum or tracing paper. It's so pretty. And I'm definitely not going to throw that out. I'll leave it for something. Like I said, I just have papers. Oh. And I'm going to do a good amount of layers on this. I like that. Oops. My scissors just slipped out of my hand, and I caught them, and I felt like on The Office, Michael Scott, when he catches his scissors, Aaron throws it at him. I think that's hilarious. So I was going to use my, the new glue that I got from Daiso, which I love. Like it might be my favorite glue. But I think this might work better with this. I'm not sure. going to pull some of the So normally I would leave this, but they both jet out like at the exact same spot. And so I don't like that because it looks too on purpose. And the other thing I really like is the straight edge with these edges that are not straight. I think that that's great. With that print, it's so easy to build something beautiful because you don't need much. That it's just a statement piece. It's like wearing big earrings and like a t-shirt. It just, you don't need a bunch. Sorry if I just shook you. Okay, I like them. They're kind of low contrast, so I might need something that's a little darker. I think she's a little too tall. Oops. Oh, not that fancy lady. No, she's too thick. Okay, I think I liked her. She's perfect. And I think I am going to add something on this side. So I'm just going to look through and see if there's anything. Oh. It's actually really pretty. Happy accident. And maybe a little something like peeking through with some text on it. This color kind of matches that color. No, I don't like that. This might work. The color is good, and then it's got this kind of decorative edge. Let me move this out of the way. I'm going to look through I have this. This might work, like a little piece of it. It's just one of my kits, and I've just embossed embossed it with some roses. Oh, I think that that's really pretty, and it kind of, you know, mimics these flowers. Okay, we are going to, did I forget to put this? That's good. Because we have ridges underneath, I'm holding it down. The solid part is what's definitely going to give me a better foundation to hold the glue, or for the glue to help adhere the papers through the ridges. But I'm going to hold it for just a moment. I think I went a little crooked. Let's see if I can take it up and fix it. If not, it's okay. There we go. And I feel like I want something behind her. What if I use one of the leaves? It's too big. I have this one from yesterday, or the day before, I should say. I don't like that either. Oh, I could. I love that color though. Am I brazen enough to use? Actually, these might work. The gold ones. I wonder if I could do like this and they can look like wings. I don't know if I love that. I think I like that better. Scooch her just a little. The other thing I could do is it could be like a headpiece. Definitely not. I think I like it here. And I'm just thinking, I'm thinking that maybe I'm thinking that I would like something maybe translucent behind her, where it's not going to take away necessarily from the image as much, but it is going to give me a little bit of texture. I like that edge. That might be much. Oh, I like the edge the other way a little bit better, but this might be what works out. I do like that. And I think I'm going to kind of manipulate the paper a little bit so that it's not giving me such straight lines. I like that. I'm gonna bend her a little just so I can get underneath with the glue. And with the leaves, and I'm going to let this dry for a while. So if you're going to add glue like that, like a ton of glue, then make sure that your piece has plenty of time to dry. I'm just looking through my scraps to see if I have any labels. You're like, no more. Like, just one more piece. I do think of that often, like, you know, the saying that they say, like, remove one accessory before you leave. I kind of think that with journaling, it's the opposite. Add just one extra. It doesn't have enough writing on there. Maybe this one will, yeah. I like that. Okay, I am still gonna look for a label though. I have another song stuck in my head and I'm trying really hard not to hum it. Let's see, I have these, but I don't think I want the pink in there. Let me pull some others that I have. Oh, I got glue all over her, but that's okay. We can fix it after. Oh, maybe one of these bumblebees can make it. Like that. I also found when I was doing, I think the first Scrapbuster series, when I did stamping, I saw this right here, and I think that would be really fun to put on something. I don't know if I can get that. I think I have to cut that 3 out. I like it. I think I have some smaller bees. I only have one smaller one. I think that that one might make it. Okay, if I put the bee there, then I'm covering up the word precious. And I don't love that. I could put the bee like over here with the flowers, but then it covers up that pattern. Oh, I could put the bee right here. I think that's the best. And I'm going to just staple this and then glue it. I want this to glue here, but I don't necessarily want this glued down because I kind of like that it's 3D. I'm going to leave it like this for now. I am going to add some ribbon or something to the top, but I'm going to leave it kind of floating so it doesn't glue down, and then we can always glue down afterwards, like once it's dried. So I'm gonna just go through my stash of ribbon or fabrics. This one was just sitting there. I like that color because her her dress, you know, it's black and white, but it's got like a hue of green to it. So I'm going to see if I have more, because I only have that little tiny like remnant. I do have this in black. I don't like the black. I have this green as well. I think this color just goes. I'm not going to be able to rip it. Okay, so I'll cut it and then just distress it. I think this will work, but it needs to be a little thinner. Yeah, I think that that's better. Now I can wrap this around it and it won't be lost or as lost. Perfect. There we go. I think we're done. Let me glue her little head down a little bit. And I think one more thing, I'm gonna take the blue that we used for that, and I'm just going to take my finger and run it along the edge. It's going to give it more cohesiveness to go with like the blue, and it's just gonna finish it off. Plus, I love the look of the blue or the look of paint on the corrugated. Kind going to add just a little. And that is it, guys. We are finished. I absolutely love her. I think she's so sweet. She's not smiling. She's like so serious, like they were when they took pictures like this and during that era. I think it was just not, I don't know if it wasn't good manners or what to smile, but she is precious. It looks really cute. And I love this piece. And I think this will be great. So if I could find my tag again, where did I put it? Here we go. So this will go like on top like this somehow. So very cute. I'm very happy with it. So I hope you guys liked both the process video of making the eco-dyed papers, as well as the process video for making this little topper for my journal and the freebies. Make sure that you go down below the video in the description box and you get the link for both the ones from yesterday, or the video before this, I keep saying yesterday, as well as these prints. So anyways, until I see you next time, thank you so much for being here, and I just want you to know that you are so special. You're so special to me, and that you have a place in my heart forever and ever and always, and you are loved. Thank you so much for being here, for spending your time with me, and until next time, love you. Bye.